statements.
I mean, for this portion, obviously, we can just use whatever we can use, but let me tell the fans. So,
what's up, fans?
What's happening? It's your boys, Isaac and Timothy.
It's your boy.
We're throwing up some fingers strategically right now.
And nobody's peace sign for everybody.
Let me clarify. I don't know cool signs with my hands, so that sounded bad. But yeah, so we are together again. We hiked into a trail, and we were going to record at a spot. And
about 1 p.m., full sun.
Yeah, something like that. It was good. It was supposed to be a 15-20 minute hike. Ended up being about 45, just because.
Was it really 45 minutes?
Approximately.
That's how long we've been hiking, walking?
Pretty much, yeah.
So.
Because that first spot was full of people.
Are you done with the intro?
Yeah, why not?
Sorry. So we came hiking. We're going to about do 15-20 minutes. I was mentally prepared for a 15-20 minute hike. So I was like, all right, we're going to go there. It ended up being 45 minutes. And then at one point, it's funny, I was like thinking of this scenario, but in general, it happens to everybody where one hiker invites a non-hiker to a hike. They know the destination, but they don't know the steps to get there. So it's always like, they don't know where they are until they get to that spot, right? So, it's right around the bend. Or it's right there. I can see it right over this cliff. It ends up being another half a mile more. And then the non-hiker is just, which is me, is just like, it wasn't just there. Just thinking like, and literally when the last time you were like, it's right there, I can see it, I just lost faith. I was like, nope, I'm not even looking up. I'm not getting any hope.
Yeah, I will admit, upon reflection, I can see how this might feel like a bit of a catfish. Yeah. Truthfully,
and it's always like the hiker.
Wants
to reassure the non-hiker. Hey, don't worry, it's just
gonna be fine.
A little bit.
It's gonna be fine. We're almost there.
Yeah, exactly. We're almost there.
It's true. We're almost there. So two things about that.
All right, I'm feeling better.
Firstly,
a couple bites of this macro bar.
What do you have? Go Macro?
Oh, Go Macro. My wife bought it. Go Macro bar.
It's our endorsement spot for the episode.
I think Sprouts, banana almond butter, organic, vegan, gluten-free. A bunch of mother-daughter owned based small business, which is pretty cool.
Well, I like the sound of that.
Organic stuff. No.
My daughters have a mother.
Yeah. No sunflower oil, no
Earls?
No Earls, no bad Earls. It's all organic stuff in here.
I like that.
Organic sunflower seeds. I like sunflower seeds.
I do like sunflower seeds.
Like a flax mix.
Yeah, we grew what is it, black oil sunflowers. And wow, the seeds are huge. We had one that was like a mutant, and I think it had 14 or 15 heads.
That's crazy.
It was wild. Like, I don't even understand how that's possible. It was so cool. I think at first when it was developing, it just looked a little stubbier than the other ones, and it had lots of buds. So I thought, weird, I don't know what it's trying to do.
Yeah.
And by the time it matured, it was really clear, like, it was some kind of a mutant. I'm assuming, I don't know a lot about growing sunflowers, but it was definitely, sprouting multiple heads full of seeds, which is crazy. I picked a bunch of the tender heads and gave them to the chickens. They loved them. Yeah.
Yeah. When I went over to your house, I heard the chickens. When I first met the chickens, they weren't making too much noise.
Oh, yeah, that's right, because you got to see them at the OG coop that I built by hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now they sound like they're so confident and comfortable and grown.
It's their house, dude. Yeah, it's their house. 100%. Oh, no. These flies are... Oh, I bet you can reflect flies away, right? Isn't that a thing? You put something shiny.
With foil?
Flies will get distracted. Well, don't they do that with the bags?
With light?
The Ziploc bags, and you put water and a penny in there, so something will reflect light, and it'll confuse them or something?
Is that a thing?
We're about to find out, because so far, look, the minute I spread that foil out, the fly population just suddenly dwindled. I had at least 10 on me, and now there's only 3. I'm going to keep catching them, though.
Dwindled is a funny word. It's one of those old-timey words that still remains. Like a DW word that ends with an LE.
Yeah. Or like dweil.
Dweil, too. That's funny. That's a funny... A DW word is always funny, like dweeb.
Dweeb. Oh man,
Dweeb.
I believe I've been called a dweeb a handful of times in my life, and it was in my very early childhood. And then that word just kind of got phased out. Society just decided, nah, we're done with dweeb. We got other ones now.
Yeah, and you didn't even get a chance to call somebody else a dweeb.
I didn't get to use dweeb.
Yeah.
You know? Now I only get to use it secondhand when describing other people who might have been dweebs or are currently in the process.
Yeah, who are
of
grandfather dweebs.
being a dweeb. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, you're such a dweeb. Yeah. You know, I hope I'm not shifting gears too rapidly, but
Let's
so
go.
one thing about hiking, oh yeah, to finish the other thoughts. So yeah, in my defense, I haven't been here a long time. I do know these trails very well, so I recognize every step of the journey, and I even noticed all the changes from the last time I was here. But apparently my ability to perceive the time it would take to get to our various stopping points, you know, was off. I think when I said 15, 20 minutes from the trail start, that was not at the street like I was somehow thinking.
Yeah.
It really was when we got into, like when we first got to trees. Like that was the 10, 20 minute mark.
Yeah,
and then we
that's
did, you
that's
know,
what I. That's why I thought, is this where you were talking about?
I think so,
Because
yeah.
I was like, okay, 15, 20 minutes, easy. We're not even doing any incline. It's right
yeah,
here.
Yeah.
And you just kept walking.
I kept on
forward.
going.
I was like, all right, let's
I
keep
kept
going.
it going. And then the other thing that happened was the first spot we were going to stop at was, you know, full of people. It's a good spot. It's a nice clearing in the woods. There's a lot of water right now, so you can catch salamanders over there, and it's just pretty. And it sounds cool. It's like
This might
you
come
know,
out in it, actually.
like you might be
The
able to
stream,
hear the water.
maybe, yeah.
Oh, I don't think
Which is pretty
maybe.
cool.
I think 100% we're going to hear the stream.
Cool.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then we pressed on to a second destination. Total time like 45-ish minutes to get here. You know, I wasn't catfishing deliberately, although I do seem to have a history of that. When I first started dating my wife, I would take her walking and hiking and going on trails and stuff, and she'd be like, "How far is it?" And I'd be like, "Oh, it's like a mile and a half."
Yeah.
And she's thinking, "Oh, a mile
and a half.
No
exactly,
big deal."
that's easy.
But then we get
5 miles, it's a 5K.
well, so this particular one that I'm thinking of was an out and back, and I forgot to mention that part. You know,
so one way.
Yeah. Oh, it's a mile and a half. Like she was like, "Are we almost done?" And I was like, "Oh yeah. Well, we got to turn around." And she's like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Well, yeah, we're gonna stop right up there because they're these I don't know what you call them. They're really raised concrete giant cylinders, like super thick. They almost look like access points for water systems, you know, but way out in the middle of a greenway trail, like a natural park.
Yeah.
Standing? Yeah. So I climbed her up on one so we could sit there together and look at the view because there's a beautiful view of the woods and you can see the creek, and it was just like a romantic scenery. Like my plan was to take her in, and I did, and then chill with her there for a while, and I did, and then hike back out, and we did. But yeah, I'm not a very good guide, I guess, when it comes to stuff like that. Well, at least not then. And I failed to be a good guide now because I was really not thinking about being a guide. I was just like, oh yeah, we're going to go hike, you know, we're just going to, it's like such a regular thing to do, you know?
Which is, it's totally fine. My thing on the inside, not external, not you, it's, I didn't prepare for it.
Ooh, I'm personally offended.
I didn't prepare for your misguidedness.
I'm going to post on Twitter about this.
Is it misguiding? No, because you were actually guiding me.
I was guiding you, yeah. I'm well.
You misquoted me the time.
I definitely owe you a bill credit. You know, gave you a little bit of misinformation, but it wasn't on purpose, so you're not going to get like a freebie.
All right, okay.
But I'll give you like a $5 credit for your troubles.
Cool.
That's
Sounds
worth
good.
it. That's.
All right, so.
I don't think this foil's doing anything. These flies are devouring me.
All right, I'm going to open up this energy drink, which.
Oh, we're going to shill for brands all day.
No, this brand actually I don't really like too much.
Yeah, I hate that brand too.
This one's not organic.
They're
this
terrible.
one has chemicals in it. But that's the dichotomy of man, right?
Is it?
You eat organic but drink nasty stuff.
You know, that's one thing. So, yeah, that's nice and shook up
Nice.
from your backpack, ain't it? I don't have any sanitizer or wipes, sorry.
Sparkling energy drink. Oh, wait, that's not the flavor. Flavor is blueberry lemonade.
You just thought the flavor was sparkling energy. Oh, it's sparkling energy drink flavor. Oh, I love it. Yes. Chat, clip that. That was the best.
All right.
Sparkling energy drink flavor. Oh, I can't even use it. I can't even use that joke. Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
All right.
Well, what I was going to say is, when I started getting into the nutrition rabbit holes, I became very wary of artificial stuff, like, you know, anything with chemicals and artificials, and like to the point where I don't want to say I'm scared, but I can't think of a better word that's, more masculine to describe it, or more macho, I guess. I don't need to be macho. Like, yeah, I am.
Well, yeah,
I am
you
worried.
just decide not to because you're the man. You choose.
I'm just deciding stuff.
Yeah.
No, but truthfully, I am worried.
Okay.
I'm worried about ingesting. Well, no, because like all the
Right.
damage I've done to my body over the years,
Yeah.
like with the various things I've eaten and drank. Like, man, I used to live off of those. I think they're Ballpark brand barbecue rib sandwiches that you microwave.
I don't even know what that is.
Oh man,
Is that AM PM food?
And my dad used to get me a box of them at Sam's Club. There's like 24 in a box, or 4. He got me
Hot dogs?
They're barbecue rib sandwiches, like the McRib.
Barbecue rib sandwich. Yeah, I have no idea. I've never eaten.
It's kind of like the McRib. It's like a McRib-esque patty, long. Like a long. It's supposed to look like a pork rib.
Yeah, you know how I feel about the McRib.
You love it. It's your favorite.
No,
thing ever.
yeah.
You would die for the McRib.
I can't wait till it comes back.
Between two breads, and the top has sesame seeds, and there's some barbecue sauce in there somewhere. I lived on these things. Man, I
Good?
ate so many of them. I did.
Were they good?
They were very tasty at the time.
Do you have to heat them up?
Yeah. So my parents got me a microwave and a mini
For
fridge
yourself?
for my room so that I could
that's
heat up my
sick.
barbecue rib
That's
sandwiches.
cool.
It felt really cool. And when I had friends over, I was like, "You guys want a barbecue rib
Yeah,
sandwich?"
here, let me get in my fridge.
My fridge and my microwave, and we put like Mountain Dew in the fridge. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I mean, it felt really cool at the time, but
As a kid, I could only imagine.
like as a kid, you're living like a king. But
Yeah.
upon reflection, oh
As
man,
bad as just.
my parents should not have done that. As a dad, I will never do that. My kids are never storing that amount of food in their room where they can just stay in their room and
Sodas and McRibs.
So bad. I lived in my room.
Were you a big soda guy?
Yeah, absolutely. I was just doing the math. Yeah, I'd say on average I drank two liters a day.
2 liters a day?
4 liters total.
Oh,
Sometimes I mix it up, but really, yeah, I drank a ton of soda.
2 liters a day.
Mm-hmm.
I can't even wrap my mind around that.
Well, if you're doing the math, it's 4 liters of soda.
Yeah, but I can't wrap my mind around drinking that much soda in one day. It'll just ruin your teeth.
Well, just to speak on that,
just disintegrate them all. When I was a kid, before you go on,
I'm not going on. Not without you.
Could only, not could. Maybe I was only allowed to, but in my mind, it was never an issue. I only drank sodas like during birthday parties,
Like special
events like where there was family. Yeah, exactly. But at home, there was never really soda.
Mm.
Rarely would we have like a 12-pack or something at home. Usually that's after the party. We bring it back home.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we kind of kept it on hand.
Even now, that's kind of how I do it now.
Yeah, we don't stock anything whatsoever now. I mean, we'll have like, excuse me. Well, my wife has a little bar.
Who?
Is that the impression?
Yeah, that was pretty good.
I literally just saw a clip the other day. I think it was Bob's Burgers. You know that show?
I know of it.
So I haven't really seen a lot of it, but I've seen clips of it. So I guess it's like a daydream where Bob is working in an office and it's so enjoyable to him.
Yeah.
And the dream just showcases how mundane and lame the office environment is. So it's like they're in the cubicle setting and someone leans over his cubicle and says in a whisper voice, "Hey, did you sign Jeffrey's birthday card?" Like, and he's like, "Oh no, I'll sign it now." And then it cuts to a scene of them in like the break room and somebody does that. Says like my wife, and the other guy goes, "What? Who?" And then he goes, "My wife." And then Bob's character just busts out like, "Oh, it's Borat, great. Hey, Steven, you got to get in here. Do it again. Steven, you got to hear this. And he calls him in. So he go, and he does it. "My wife." And then, oh, that's hilarious. I don't know that I wasn't there when that joke was actually making the rounds.
I thought I did it.
Well, you did.
At work.
You were the only one, though.
Yeah.
I never experienced that before you.
I've never seen Bob's Burger. I know clips, like
Bob's
you said.
Burgers. He made more than one.
Bob's Burger,
Come
sorry.
on, man. Come on.
I thought that was his last name. Bob Burger, yeah.
Bob Burger.
Oh, no, I thought it was Bob's Burger.
Bob's Burger. It was just about his burger.
Yeah.
The whole show was just about his burger. It's like Citizen Kane. It was really about his sled.
So that's funny that I guess the joke is around, and now I feel like I didn't make something up if Bob's Burger did it.
You thought you made it up? Well, Bob's Burger did it after you did it.
Oh, okay.
So you did it first.
Okay,
They stole it
all
from
right.
you.
You're right. Yeah.
H. John Benjamin ripped you off, man.
Well, I didn't make it up, but I did take full credit for every person that I told that joke to.
I mean, I felt like it
Yeah.
was, nobody else was making that joke in my life.
Yeah,
you know?
so I just took ownership of it.
You were the one.
That's
Like,
a leadership principles, taking ownership.
getting ready for that promotion.
Yeah, exactly.
You're already studying.
one of
I'm not
the
staying here at the
5
bottom.
core
I'm gonna
principles.
get promoted. That's funny. That's so funny. Yeah. Well, do you remember the "What's Up" Budweiser commercial?
Well, yeah, it was from Budweiser. What's up?
It was originally them, right?
I don't know. I think I learned it from Scary Movie.
I learned it. So Scary Movie was parodying the Budweiser
They
commercial.
were parodying it, yeah.
I learned it from an internet meme before internet memes were actually internet memes.
Oh, and they stole it.
Back when it was like Flash animations. You remember those?
No.
So way back in the before times,
Bible days.
and probably not that far
Okay.
back, but the early days of the internet, the ancient days of the internet, right? So when all you wanted to do online was look at like pictures of cats and post in chat rooms and but you don't post in a chat room, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So anyways,
Chat in the chat room.
Flash, Macromedia Shockwave Flash was the premier format for digital entertainment in those days. So this one in particular, it was a parody of the Budweiser commercial, but I didn't know that at the time.
Oh.
So when I first saw that bit,
it was
in that Flash meme. So it blew my mind when I saw the Budweiser commercial for the first time. So I was like, no way! They took something from the internet and made it a commercial!
Which they could have back in the day, because not a lot of people might have caught on.
Maybe so. But I think it was probably less common than it is now. Nowadays, I think it's pretty much like the standard. Like writers and creative types, they just get on the internet and Google funny stuff on like Reddit and 4chan, and then just hope they find something like buried and niche enough that nobody's going to catch them on ripping people off.
Yeah. Well, everyone does that, right? Not just commercials or advertisements.
Well, sure. The SNL writers, man.
Yeah, exactly.
They steal bits all day long. They're not even talented. They just rip people's stuff off. In my opinion.
That is a strong stance.
None of
them are talented.
In my opinion.
I don't. So maybe they have talent, but maybe they're just not funny.
Hey.
It could be two things.
Well, it's funny because some writers go on to have really successful comedy careers, right? Doing stand-up and other performances.
Yeah.
And not every writer can make that leap. Like, BJ Novak is a good example of a writer who has really nice comedic talent, right? Like, he's what do you call it?
I forgot his name from The Office.
He's one of the writers. Oh, yeah, and I can't remember his name either.
He was the guy that was, like, not HR, but, like,
He was the temp.
Yeah, he was the temp, and then he went into like a third party, then became their boss for a little bit.
He ended up like being the CEO of the company or something. Maybe not the CEO, but yeah, he was up there. No, but his character, BJ was a writer for the show, and he also played a character on the show, and his character acting of that character was good, but it was really like one-dimensional.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan
yeah.
was his name. Ryan the temp.
Mindy was also
Mindy
a
Kaling.
Yep.
Yeah, she was a writer on the show too. But her acting skills,
she's good.
She was actually a lot better.
Yeah.
Now BJ's hilarious, and he wrote lots of good bits and plots and whatever, right? But his performance aptitude maybe was lacking, or perhaps it was even a personal choice. Like maybe he just didn't want to be that much like, you know what I'm saying?
Well,
because Mindy Kaling had her own show. She had like her own sitcom, the Mindy Kaling Show.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of really big characters already with big personalities, so maybe he couldn't compete.
Steel manning BJ Novak right now?
Maybe. I'm a BJ Novak stan.
You stan BJ Novak, okay, yeah. Oh, of course you would.
Well, I'm wondering, like now that I'm thinking about The Office, let's I guess count all the characters that have big personalities. Michael Scott, Dwight
Schrute.
Mindy, but she wasn't there the whole time, was she?
Yeah,
maybe for a long. Yeah, she was a core character.
She comes. Yeah, no, she's part of the main cast for sure.
Well, I guess
Brian Baumgartner, Kevin.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
He was in almost every episode.
I was thinking the opposite of that. People doing minimal.
Toby.
Toby, but he's good. But I liked his character. So maybe you're right. Maybe BJ Novak just didn't.
His character's also really annoying. Like, he's a sleazy, weaselly,
But maybe that's the point.
like we're supposed to be, like Joffrey Baratheon from the Game of Thrones show.
Yeah.
I've never seen that show, and I don't want to, because someone told me the first episode has a rape scene, and I was like, nope, never watching it. I don't care.
I don't remember the rape scene, but the first episode does have a sex scene of brother and sister.
Yeah, so not down for that.
Yeah.
But I have heard lots about that character. So apparently that actor's side story was that his character was so hated, he couldn't even get work because people couldn't separate his performance
It is a sad thing.
from him, Which, yeah, I guess it's really sad, But also, I don't know. I mean, as a profession, I'm going to make a lot of enemies right now. I don't think acting is something that people should aspire to as much as they do. I think that's one of the greater traps in the world. It's, it's vanity on full display. My perspective is entirely biblical, by the way, and I'm not just trying to be a hater, but genuinely, no. I don't think actors should make as much money as they do. I think that's a bad way to incentivize people to basically pretend to be someone else for a living and then have no substance in their life. It's a lie. I mean, you have all these great thespians who give these monologues and speeches, and they write their memoirs, and they talk about, what acting and their career impacted them, and et cetera. I'm not saying that good can't come from that, and I know this is a radical position. This is entirely my opinion. Me, Timothy, personally, I'm taking full ownership. But I just don't think acting as a profession is something we should be encouraging our young ones to pursue. It just feels weird. There's so many other things that will contribute far more to the enrichment of your own life and the lives of others without as much cost as a career in Hollywood.
Well, yeah, I agree to an extent. I think there's a way that it can be done without having a weird parasocial fan type of engagement to these celebrities, actors, movie stars, all that stuff.
So stage acting versus silver screen? Because I was going to make that differentiation.
No, even like indie film actors, like so I think my biggest hiccup with actors is the I guess the fans, the fanatical people that are just so obsessed, TMZs, the paparazzis. Who cares? They're just people that we just see. That doesn't that in my mind it doesn't really make sense on why anybody should obsess over these people's lives.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think typically we're prone to worshiping idols, right?
Yeah.
I mean, as a people, I think that's kind of something that humanity struggles with, is the worship of idols. And oftentimes idol worship goes unnoticed. You worship idols and elevate them in your life without realizing that's what you're doing, Like, for example, have you ever been in a situation where somebody's musical taste or favorite actor or movies or something, like their likes were insulted and that person felt personally offended?
So if I say...
Have you ever felt that way?
Yeah, with BJ Novak right now.
So when I bust on BJ Novak for being a second-rate actor, you get personally offended, right?
I do.
So if that ever happens to you, then that's an idol in your life.
Right, yeah.
I'm making that claim right now. My opinion, very careful to say my opinion. I got some advice from some good friends. They said, you make sure to disclose that it's your opinion on whatever you're, submitting. Because I don't want to lead people astray. But no, for real, I think that's... Can we test that?
Yeah.
I think it works in every scenario. If you're personally offended because someone insults something you love...
Well, it's tied to identity, right? So it's like whatever you tie to your identity, you're going to get insulted with certain things.
Are there things you should be insulted by?
No.
Like, so here's the big one, and I'm going to skip to it. Someone insults God. Someone says horrible, slanderous things about our Messiah, about our Savior. Like disparaging God, they blaspheme, etc. Whatever they're doing, right? Should that personally offend you?
So I will defend my beliefs. But there's scripture that says God would not be mocked. And what that means is God would not be mocked without, without anything going on. Like, he's in control of whatever happens after that. It's not, if God is mocked, we have to put punishment on whoever mocked him.
Well, no, right.
It's not like that.
But so keep it simple. Like, is that offensive to you personally if someone says bad things about your faith?
We share the same faith, so I'm sure it's going to be hard for you, but can you try?
Try what?
To say something offensive about my faith.
Oh, no. No.
So how about this?
Well, okay, maybe this will help. So
at this moment, I don't know if someone just saying something, like their opinion, will be offensive.
Well, I'm asking, should it be? Now, whether you get
know.
offended or not is a separate issue, in my opinion,
all right? Gotcha.
But I think, like, just for the moral argument, should a Christian be offended at the sound of blasphemy? So my experience has been, so I work in a workplace where there's people, and not everybody believes in God. And even the people who do believe in God are not at the same path, or not at the same point in their path or journey as I am. Not that I'm further or they're further. It's not about that. It's just like, I'm confronting these problems right now. Like, when I share that, I mean this. I'm facing these issues in my life and my spiritual journey, and they're facing different issues in their life and their spiritual journey. And maybe the issues that we're facing are different, so we don't necessarily understand what each other are taking on, right?
Different convictions.
Yeah, sure. Good, better way to put it. Thank you. That's why when I did the solo pod, I was like, come on, I need you. You're like the rest of my brain. But, yeah.
Like
so,
2%.
No, way more than 2%, my man.
4%. Two 2%.
At least 5.
2% makes 4%, just like the
7
liters.
Oh,
of
the
soda.
4 liters of soda. So the 4 liters of
So if
Isaac
someone
soda.
says GD.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was going to say. People say that all the time at my work, and I hate it. It bugs me. When I hear it, I go, ooh, I don't like So I feel like immediately, I don't like the sound of that. That is an offensive sound to me. But then I don't feel differently towards them.
Well, yeah. Well, it's just like someone saying "Hail Satan," right? It's a little weird.
Yeah,
it's a little like
it's hard to hear.
Yeah,
it's hard to hear someone say that.
It's a little off-putting. And I'm actually trying to get off pudding because I gained a little weight.
Ooh, you've been eating lots of pudding.
I'm on pudding. I'm definitely on pudding right now.
You're on pudding. Is that why you're drinking a 0-calorie sparkling energy drink, flavored energy drink?
Yeah, I was going to actually stop you if you were going to advertise for them because these guys are
No, I won't advertise for them. They're terrible. There's a reason.
So, actually, this stuff offends me more than that.
It'd be an interesting mystery for our listeners to see if
what if they
can guess the brand. Like, we can't describe it at all.
All right.
But I agree with you. I hate this brand too, and I used to work for this brand.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I did. I worked for this brand.
So there's certain brands where that is interesting. This is a very interesting, I guess, path that we're going down. Is why are we offended on certain things and not other things, right? So like if someone says GD, depends on also how they say it, I guess.
I find it offensive.
Yeah,
but it doesn't injure me personally. It
doesn't like scare me. But maybe we should be offended, actually.
Well, I'm offended at the sound of it, and I want to correct the people doing it. But it doesn't strike me as though they've insulted me, like me, Timothy.
Yeah.
But they've attacked something precious to me.
Yeah,
so I feel,
exactly.
I feel like a level of possessive.
Yes. So I'm with you, and I agree with you 100%. I think we should, to an extent. There's a church father. I think it was Ignatius.
Ooh.
Who it could have been
OG.
You know, if it wasn't Ignatius, and it was Irenaeus or something, somebody correct me. But the emperor brought him in. And they were just telling him, hey, bow your knee to this, Roman god, this pagan Roman god, or denounce Christ, all this stuff, and just live. What are you doing? Just live for yourself. And he's like, you could lie, just go back to believing what you were believing.
Oh,
just
yeah. Okay, I know what you're talking about.
He got so offended. He's like, no, I'm not here for that. I'm actually here to preach the word of God.
Amen.
And of our Father. And he actually took a sword from a Roman soldier, cut off the head of a Roman god statue, whatever. They killed him, but he rebuked them and was like, no, got angry at them and was offended with them. So
perhaps it is appropriate then.
Maybe we don't go that.
I mean, morally speaking, it is appropriate to be offended when people disparage our God.
Well, another thing is somebody says something bad about your wife.
Oh, I'm not having that.
Yeah, right.
No, I'm not going to throw hands, unless her safety is at risk. I won't.
But you're going to be offended.
I will be offended, and I will defend my wife's honor, but also I will use discretion. But I think maybe you answered the question for me, at least. I think I know my position thoroughly now.
Yeah.
I think it is relevant to be defensive of the gospel, to be protective, possessive, if you will. because that is something very precious to us. And and we don't go lightly saying that, it's everything. I've been confronted with it at work constantly. And I remember one thing I said to my boss when we were having a conversation, and honestly, the saga with me getting persecuted at work is like a whole thing, but suffice it to say, I told this man to his face, I'm doing something here. Like a quick summary.
Let me cook.
Yeah, let me cook, bro. Let me cook. No. So, a quick summary if you don't know the issue. I used to carry my Bible with me at work at all times. It was something important to me. I would read it in downtime. It was always on me. I was being persecuted. I was being told to put it away. They kept on using these bogus policies to make me put my Bible away. And it wasn't really like the policy didn't really fit the issue. But the point is, they were like, hey, man, you can have your Bible all you want. You just can't let anybody see it. And I was like, no way. I'm not doing that. I'm not hiding my faith.
They were trying to make you compromise. They're saying, hey, how about get a small one, keep it in your back pocket.
Yeah, exactly.
They didn't want a customer to see it.
They want people to know that I was a Christian.
Right. Yeah, Christian.
A Christian. So anyways, I had a conversation with my boss, and I was standing up for myself, and I was saying, look, man, I've been a very obedient employee to you. I've always obeyed your policies. I follow your directives. When you give us new plays and strategies, I run them. I take care of customers. I'm doing my job. I'm very obedient and cooperative, right? And you're over here enforcing this policy, which is wrong and doesn't fit, but you're just carrying out orders, And I forget exactly what the setup was. I was hoping I would remember, but I forget it. But basically, I said to him, that I'm here to serve my God, and I'm doing a job for you, and I'm doing all these other things with my life. But the most important thing I do with my life is serve and worship my God. And then I said, He's your God too, by the way. And it just kind of came out. But my reflection is that, I was just so outraged. Like, how can you not see? God is above all things, and He is loving and merciful, and He is just and fair, and He is law, and He is love, and He is everything. And these people who are just spitting in the face of God. It reminds me of Pilate, when he says, don't you know I have the authority to put you to death or to free you? Or I'm paraphrasing. Mm-hmm. And Jesus reminds him, only because it's been given to you from above. Your power comes from God. These people who are in charge, their power is authorized by God. Now, before anybody gets confused, no offense to my non-believer homies out there, but I'm not saying that God props up evil leaders for His own amusement. But sometimes when an evil ruler is in place and authorized by God to lead and run and rule a nation, part of it could be because that nation is under judgment from God. That nation is deemed, hey, you guys are doing X, Y, Z, you need to tighten up. Here's the consequence, right? You can have this wicked ruler running the show. And the goal is always the same. Run to God. Run to Him. Be with Him. And everyone who escapes into God's loving embrace, well, I'm not saying you're spared hardship, but your right standing with God is observed, and you typically will fare better than people who renounce God and turn their back on God and walk away from God. I say all that to say that it really offends me to be attacked for my faith, because I am in a den of sin and lawlessness. Because, and I told him too, I was like, you're coming down on me for this, but, I'm sitting here listening to offensive music that sexualizes and pornographies, what should be beautiful unions between men and women. And, there's vulgar lyrics, even in the workplace. That, I've heard, GD on the lyrics before, which is crazy to me. Any swears at all on a radio at a store is crazy, and I can't believe. But this is like from corporate. This is approved.
Yeah,
they're like, oh yeah, it's top 40. Listen to it.
It's on the music.
It's the filthy top 40 pop music, which is mostly evil and horrible and corrupt. So I'm like, yeah, I'm over here in this place, and I hear people saying GD this and using profanity and telling gross stories. The guys are all sharing gross stories about girls they like to look at and weird stuff like that. I don't go for that stuff. And it offends me, and it makes me uncomfortable. And so I tell him, hey, man, I'm over here, like, putting up with this stuff, trying not to tread on my brothers and sisters, and also, like, gently rebuke, too. Like, hey, that's inappropriate. You should think differently. and people just avoiding me instead, right? I mean, it is what it is. But I just think I'm bumping into the conditions of our world at that point.
Mm-hmm.
And I answered the question in a very beating around the bush kind of way, but yeah, I am personally offended. I am personally offended when people assault my faith. Not just my faith, but my Savior, my God.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Don't talk that way about my God.
Yeah.
He's your God too.
Yeah.
You just don't recognize him.
Yeah.
It's so heartbreaking too.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
I got emotional. Let me clarify. Last night we watched a movie called The Miracle Maker.
oh, okay.
Have you seen it?
No.
It's great. It's claymation. It tells the story of, the passion, the week of Christ's life before the end.
Yeah.
And it's a terrific, very kid-friendly, approachable format. Now, granted, some of the depictions are not biblically accurate. They're like the scene at the tomb, things are sensationalized, but it does maintain a good narrative and it does keep us focused. If you're going to let your kids watch this for any kind of enrichment, be there to teach them the biblical aspects of this, to help them frame it in the right way. Because there's some scenes where you would probably want to explain so they get the right idea. But ultimately, it's a good one. And it's very emotional. And even though it's claymation, honestly, I tear up at certain scenes. I still get weepy when I watch them mocking and humiliating our Savior. It makes me feel very, very upset.
See, that's where I really, really get really upset when I watch stuff like that. So when I watch, what? Oh, yeah.
I'm sign languaging. I'm sign languaging to Isaac. We're sitting in a little clearing here, and there's a ring of stones, and the sun is moving, and the phone is in direct sunlight. We're recording on the phone today. Good move. Sorry about all the rock scratchiness. Oh, I'm gonna touch it. Okay.
Yeah.
Probably move that though, because it's blocking it, right?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Here, let me.
Yeah, I know maybe about it.
Hold on.
Oh no! I can use mine. Intermission. All right, we're back. Sorry, we had to reposition. Maybe we'll cut this out.
Can we move it closer here?
Yeah, move it closer. I just wanted to start on it because that's,
Yeah, I don't want it to get cooked.
That's how phones get
sun
cooked.
on it?
No, I think it's okay.
No sun.
No sun.
All right, cool.
So
you want to wrap up what you were saying?
The Miracle Maker, in a nutshell, I do get emotionally involved. I see the humiliation and abuse of my Savior, my God, and it does hit me on a personal level. I would say in some ways I feel more impacted than if my own children or wife were insulted. It's more special to me, and I mean, I encourage that, honestly. The first commandment, love your God with all your heart, mind, body, soul, and strength.
Now imagine how the apostles felt, and Mary felt, and everybody around Jesus at that time.
Mary, the mother of Jesus, or Mary
both
Magdalene?
Marys. Both them Marys,
yeah,
right?
They
both love Jesus, yeah. Yeah, that's another thing I was kind of researching up a little bit is Mary. Like, there's not a lot about Mary in the Bible.
Mary Magdalene.
Mary, the mother of
Mary,
Jesus.
the mother of Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the stuff that she had to go through. So she got visions. Joseph got visions about being impregnated. Mm-hmm. Joseph, chill, bro. It's not. Oh, yeah. It's not what you think.
Relax.
Yeah, exactly. It's not what you think.
You can claim her.
Yeah, exactly. And so she was, 15, 16, around that age.
Because Joseph was going to divorce her.
Yeah, exactly, because he had no idea.
Wait. Were they married or betrothed?
So they were betrothed.
They were supposed to be married.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. And then she became pregnant.
And then they got married.
Yeah, okay.
Something like that.
He made an honest woman out of
it. Right, yeah.
No,
But to be told that you're going to be carrying, like, the Messiah.
Right.
It's crazy. By an angel. That's like, and then
you're heavy,
and then your whole life,
kid,
and then she's a kid, and then your whole life, you're taking care of this kid, you're raising him, and then you know what's going to happen.
Wait, let me interject.
Yeah.
I'm saying she's a kid because of my modern day sensibilities.
Right. Well, she wasn't a child, but she was young.
Well, I'm just saying, with a grain of salt, in those days, the course of life was a little different than it is now. You know, people are working at younger ages, but not working in the sense that we know. You know, it's kind of like, imagine this, you know, and there's people that live this way today.
So
like you're growing up on a farm, for example, right? And even as a child, your contribution to the farm helps the success of the family. You are working.
Yeah.
But not like working for an evil corporation that just wants to profit off of you and leave you to die. You know, you're invested because you're connected.
Are you trying to justify that because you said she was a kid?
I'm in favor of child labor. So I'm just trying to cover my own back here, you know.
All right. Yeah, because I agreed. Like, back it was a different lifespan,
one of the arguments that we have with, you know, other faiths, I don't know if I want to get into that on this pod, but, you know, it's like, well, hey, your Messiah was... your prophet was supposedly engaged with a encounter with a very young person, you know? So things like that, I just want to clarify. Like, Mary was of age in those times, and it was also appropriate. Because one thing, I think, because I'm being defensive.
You are being a little defensive.
Because I'm worried about somebody, a skeptic listening and saying, oh, see, your religion is filth. And it's like, well, hold on, bro. Like,
so the term kid is just is just meaning as somebody that's young. That's not... that hasn't been through life, right? That the way you were using it. That's how I said it.
How do we have the verification of her age?
We don't. It's just scholars guess, I think.
So for all we know, we don't know how old she was.
Could have been 23.
She was old enough to be betrothed to a man.
She was betrothed. She was ready to be.
Because the other thing I'm worried about is like the whole Talmudic Judaism perspective on
wives. But that's
like
a few years old. That's like not.
Yeah, but the people listening to this
that's like 3.
We're not podcasting to the ancient world. Can you imagine if like we're talking about stuff that like Paul is gonna hear and then be like, all right, guys,
you just get a bunch of letters. We get 50 letters by
Wait
the time
a minute.
we walk back home.
Oh, we're so wrong about so many things. I'm very sorry about that. I'm trying my best.
Sorry, Paul. It is funny to imagine like yourself at those times and just calling them by just their names. Hey, what's up, Matthew?
Like in a familiar
hey, what's
way.
Up, Paul? Yeah, exactly.
You mean Levi? Do you think they called him Levi? His name was Levi.
Who?
Matthew.
Matthew's name was Levi?
Matthew's name was Levi.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I know.
That's interesting.
It really is.
Yeah.
And you know what's really bad about it is that I witnessed a blurb, but I've seen it multiple times, and I remember reading the research once, but not enough to retain it. One thing that I'm dealing with in my life in general is like
retention.
I have a lot of knowledge on stuff, but if I don't have the other supporting evidence to back up the knowledge, I feel uncomfortable sharing it. And occasionally I will share it.
No
as
one
though
likes
it's a fact.
No one likes to remember the source you're citing.
I don't remember that. I don't bibliography everything I encounter in my life.
We just hear things and then we say them.
Very true. And that's typically what I do.
Which is scary. And this is also another thing. Like,
all humans do it, though.
If we're saying anything about politics or other religions or other things, just know, this is me, Isaac, speaking to you guys. I'm not saying it with a sense of authority on these things because there are other more knowledgeable people that'll probably smoke me in a debate on it. Again, opinions.
True. Yeah. No, everything in this podcast is our opinion.
Yeah.
And we will point out things that are factually true, you know?
Mm-hmm. I try to be as unbiased and as truthful as I can, but with so much information out there, it's hard to determine which is actual and factual.
True. Good rhyme.
Yeah.
That was good stuff. You know, I don't mean to bring it up again, but
let's bring it up again.
I want to bring it up again.
The show? the animation?
The microphones.
Oh, the microphones. Wow.
I kind of miss the microphones. Like, they are really good.
Them too.
Even as cheap as they are, they're good.
They
solve a lot of problems. No, because like right now, I'm feeling I'm urged to like get up and move around. Yeah. But I know if I do, I'm not going to hit the microphone on the phone well. Yeah. And it's going to sound like trash. That's funny. Isn't that crazy though? Like, it's such a big part of what we're trying to do here, and it's a detail, and we need to deal with it. One of my many, I think I said 50, I recorded 50 times or something, and then I reset. I reset a lot. Some of them were 7-8 minutes long, and all of them got deleted. But one thing that I realized over and over again was how nice it was to have that microphone just clipped onto you.
So you
And
don't have to. You have
your
two hands available.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
You like
And-
hands free.
And every time we move the phone, you can hear it.
Yeah.
Like our cut.
Oh, you hear the cut? Like, yeah.
Right. So, I think just, they're great. I mean, technology frustrates me, because we use it for so many things and it can make a lot of things easier. For example, I have the Blue Letter Bible app on my phone. I love it so much.
Mm-hmm.
And I regard that as a very fruitful use of technology because it's just so productive.
Notes. I use my notes all the time. I make my grocery list, and then I have the little bullet or the little, what is it?
The checklist.
The checklist. Yeah, I guess
yeah.
it's just a checklist holes, and I just check it off once
Tap.
Yeah, exactly. I love it.
You know what I'll do? I'll type up my grocery list in my notes, and then I'll write it on a piece of paper.
And then print it.
And I'll write it on paper and bring it.
Another thing I do is I have at home, I have like a magnet calendar on my fridge, and then I have like a to-do list and grocery list little magnet thing. So I get that magnet, I write out my grocery list really quick, and then I just take a picture of it and I go to the store.
Nice. That's a good way to do it.
Yeah, pictures are great.
I don't use the pictures in the store anymore because my phone screen turns off fast, and I like it that way. So, yeah.
Okay.
Also,
Nice.
also if I use the notes or if I use the paper, I'll cross it out.
Yeah.
Or I'll delete it.
Yeah,
And I like that too. I can't do that on a picture.
that's true too.
Unless I'm in edit mode.
Edit mode, and then you highlight it instead of crossing it out.
I have
So
to
you
do
have
so
edit
much
it.
work.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm exhausted
Yeah.
already. No, it's true. Technology's cool. Makes life easier. Makes things more, convenient.
Yeah.
Sometimes more hardships.
What were we talking about before the whole thing?
Well, I was
I guess
talking about the
offensive
Miracle
things.
Maker. Being offended when people insult your faith, when people insult God.
There was
Should we? Well, the original question was, should we as Christians, right? We're self-professing Christians, and if we believe we really are what we are, or what we say we are, should we as self-professing Christians be personally offended when people insult our God? My answer that I came to is yes, I think I should. I think I should be personally offended when people insult God.
Yeah.
And I think I'm honor bound to speak up. Just like if somebody says something bad about my wife or my kids, I'm honor bound to speak up and defend their honor. In the case of my wife and kids, if someone says, "Oh, your wife's a fat, lazy cow, and she can't raise kids, and she's a terrible mother,"
No, she's not.
man, I would fire on them so much
Yeah.
verbally with my words,
Rain down fire from
from
your
my,
words.
from my vocabulary.
Yeah.
Exactly. And the same thing too, like we have to correct, right? Like we're told to rebuke people within the church who are acting out under certain circumstances.
Within the church.
So outside of the church, oh, good point. Dang.
So
Okay, good point. Maybe we shouldn't fire on every non-believer who doesn't like what we like.
but back in the day, they would find solutions to certain disputes by debate.
Yeah.
So like, I wonder if that's
So how do I challenge somebody to a debate?
a formal
on the
debate.
spot?
I challenge you.
I gotta take a glove off and slap them with it.
Yeah, and then you just got to say that's a fallacy. Just everything they say is a fallacy, and just try to win that way.
Actually, you're appealing to authority.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're appealing to emotion. That's a false dichotomy.
This for me?
Yeah.
I'm
Go
gonna
ahead.
eat this. I'm gonna eat this now.
Yeah, you want to promote it right now? The
So
second
I'm
half?
gonna eat this Go Macro bar because I did not bring food. I have chicken parmesan in my fridge at home.
Chicken parm. You said you're getting pretty good at that on
Oh,
the last
dude,
pod.
I perfected it. This last one was really good. So
That was actually interesting. That what you were talking about cooking and learning how to cook, because I'm actually starting that now.
okay, well, oh man, it was very sticky.
It is. It's not a regular protein bar.
I have not eaten food like this in a long time.
Yeah,
I haven't had like a bar.
it's weird.
It is weird.
This one's not as nice to eat and to hold,
I used to eat these all the time.
but I think it's because it's organic. I don't know. It's not I don't know.
it's
It
interesting.
tastes pretty good. Really, it's like a chewy.
It's very chewy. Man,
So,
making me shut up.
to piggyback on last week's pod that you were talking about, I made orange chicken. Well, I have made orange chicken before, but it's just so good. I make it with honey, soy sauce, put a little bit of coconut sugar in there. I make everything from scratch. It's so fire.
What's coconut sugar?
Exactly what it sounds like. Like sugar.
The sugar of a coconut?
Yeah. And
how do they refine it?
I don't know. It's a good question.
This is so sticky.
Yeah. And you got to eat it fast or else the flies are going to get it.
I know, they love it. No, they love my sweat more.
Yeah.
More electrolytes.
That sweet
Nah.
sweat. Yeah, so orange chicken, made that.
Mm-hmm.
Next, I want to, so I bought some frozen lo mein from Trader Joe's, because sometimes Trader Joe's has some good things that are frozen, but this was not it. This was kind of like whack, especially compared to the orange chicken. So I want to learn how to make some lo mein or chow mein. I just don't want it to fry it.
Aren't the noodles like made with a special process? I feel like that's a thing.
I don't know. Maybe. Like I haven't even looked it up. I think they use bok choy in there too, right? That vegetable.
Yeah, I know bok choy.
Yeah. How is he?
I know bok choy. He's
How
good,
is
man.
Yeah.
We had algebra 2 together.
Yeah. So
I've never eaten raw bok choy. I've only ever had it cooked.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I've never cooked it myself either.
Chinese food is so good.
Oh yeah.
I could talk about food all day.
Me too.
And I did do a little bit of research earlier today, but I lost all my notes.
You lost them?
I lost them. So
like in the river?
No, at home. So unfortunately, I don't have the exact timeline, but some interesting tidbits about the conquistadors, Aztec culture. Montezuma II, I believe, was the last Aztec emperor.
Okay.
Before they got wiped out, annihilated by the Spaniards.
Dang.
Who was the main Spaniard? What was his name? His name was
Cortez.
And Cortez was a wild man.
Cortez is a wild boy.
You know about Cortez?
I know about Cortez.
So he went on this expedition, had a bunch of ships, had a bunch of men, went to like South or like I guess Mexico maybe.
Cortez for you.
Yeah, and burned his boats.
Burned them.
Because he didn't want anybody going back. He's like, all right, we're here
now. No.
And he kind of like went, he was wild. He went rogue a little bit. He heard stories from so at first they were buddies with the natives. They're like, all right. The natives were astounded by these white men on boats and ships and with their like 13 muskets or something that they had, a few different weapons. And they were like, oh, these guys are gods. And so they're like, yeah, come in. They were giving them gold. They were giving them honeys, like women. They were giving them like goodies.
And bee honey.
Yeah, exactly. And it's funny you say that because they heard from the moments like they would go to a tribe and be buddies with them, and tribe will give them some stuff. And then Cortez would just kidnap their leader and just have him as a slave, and then just do what they want with the women and kill everybody else out and go on to the next tribe and do the same thing with them.
Cold-blooded.
So during these little expeditions, he heard stories and rumors of a city of gold.
El Dorado.
El Dorado. And these guys went crazy looking for this city. Like,
is that a Pixar movie?
It is a Pixar movie. It's
The Road to
no,
El
it
Dorado.
might be DreamWorks.
Oh yeah, it is DreamWorks. No, you're right.
It might be DreamWorks. Yeah,
it is.
Yeah,
I remember it. It's one of our faves.
But yeah, exactly. It's El Dorado, but different. Yeah. So these guys were savages to the point where they ran out of water, ran out of food, and started eating their slaves, their captives, their POWs. And there was this one story where they got so further South America, like in Chile. I forgot who was the leader of this exhibition, but they wrote down that they met this tall tribe to where the Europeans met at their waist, and everyone around them would call them giants.
How about that?
Yeah.
Who does that sound like?
Yeah. And so that's a pretty interesting story because there were rumors around the other tribes where like the normal height at that time was around 5'5",
Yeah, okay.
which me and you would be like ballers if we were around that time. 5'7", 5'8",
Killing
we're
it.
dunking on
Hey,
everybody.
I'm 5'10". Relax.
Are you 5'10"?
I think so. That's what it says on my driver's license.
Nice. I'm 5'8", and I realized that maybe half a year ago.
I'm taller than you?
Yeah.
I don't feel taller than you.
You want to see?
Oh, okay. Let's try it now.
Yeah, you're taller than me.
Oh, I am taller than you. Oh, snap. You mean to tell me this whole time
I'm a
I was
short
taller
guy.
than you? You're a short guy.
Yeah.
King, you're a short king.
Still want to be my friend?
Oh, man.
Oh, no.
I feel like I got to think about it now. No, that's funny.
All right, so I barely learned I was 5'8" a few months ago, like 6 months ago,
Okay.
because
How tall did you think you were?
5'7".
What?
My ID says 5'7", but when I actually
Because you
measured,
just told them.
yeah,
They
and
don't actually measure you.
I almost yeah, and this is a weird thing about myself. I undersell myself a little
How
bit.
tall are you? 5'6". I don't know. I'm not.
Yeah, it's weird.
You
huh?
lowballed yourself.
Yeah,
Damn.
it's a weird psychological thing. I think I might have to address later on.
Well, I
in
was
life.
going to say the psychological thing is that I thought you were taller than me. What does that say about me?
I don't know.
What does that say about what I think of you? Dang. I just handed over all the power in our friendship. Just gave you the keys to the kingdom.
So yeah, we would be like basketball, like NBA players to them. We would dunk on them.
Don't forget
block
Scottie
them.
Pippen.
Exactly.
He was a short king too.
So they were 5'5". That was like the average height around
no,
that time.
no. I take that back. Scottie Pippen's not short. I always do that. It's Muggsy Bogues.
Oh,
I don't know why.
I didn't even get like. It
Muggsy
didn't even
is
clap
tiny.
to me. Muggsy Bogues is tiny but taller than us.
No, he's not though.
What is he?
Muggsy Bogues is short,
He
dog.
can't be 5'6".
He's short. Look it up. No, look it up live right now.
I don't have no internet. I'm
You-
on SOS mode.
You're on SO. Oh, you're right. We don't have the juice. I'm gonna go on record because I've been embarrassed by this before. Scottie Pippen is actually tall.
Yeah.
The reason why I always remember Scottie Pippen is short is because of some of the things that I know about his personal life.
Oh.
I'm not talking about the inappropriate thing you might be thinking of, internet.
Oh, you're saying
um,
Shorty Pippen.
But I'm saying like Scottie Pippen has some very short personality traits.
yeah.
The behavior, you know,
Yeah.
the tendencies. Muggsy Bogues, on the other hand, objectively a short man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Exceptional ball player. You know, that's all. That's all I'm saying.
Is he 5'5"?
I think 5'5".
He's a conquistador.
Could
size.
even be 5'4". But he's tall enough to conquer Spain.
Well, Nate Robinson, I think, might
Mexico.
be 5'9". He was a short guy.
Okay.
And he dunked, too.
5'9" doesn't seem that short though.
To us.
That's because I'm 5'10".
But 6-something, you know? That's crazy. These are like the Chilean, like, tribe guys.
It is wild to think about though. I mean, like my dad's a lot taller than me. Still to this day, right? Super tall.
You're still growing, though.
Ah, no,
You're
I'm
a
done.
growing boy.
I'm done, bro. I'm in my 40s. I'm done.
It could still happen. Don't lose hope. I grew an inch.
When?
About 6 months ago, I guess.
What?
Wild.
Because you identified it. Because you uncovered a mystery about yourself. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me just find out that I was wrong about my height all along.
5'11".
Oh, you're 5'11". Cool.
So.
That energy drink sucks. I know you don't like it. I know you don't like it. It's terrible.
But there's still some in there, and
Every
I just
time
want
you
to
take
drink
a
something.
sip, you feel bad.
And I still want to drink something, though.
But doesn't it taste like chemicals burning your esophagus?
That one did.
We're getting murdered by flies.
It went down the
way,
wrong
right now.
pipe.
Is
So-
this podcast interesting?
I don't know, but I'm enjoying it.
I'm having fun.
These and then oh, holy cow. So the conquistadors,
Mm-hmm.
when they were buddies with these tribes, at first the tribes were telling them, yeah, like we even saw some other Spaniards over there that looked like you guys, and they're like, oh, word, like maybe you could tell me where they're at, because
Where those fools at, eh?
they were beefing. The Spaniard conquistadors were kind of
Different
beefing
factions.
because Cortez went rogue and was doing his own
yeah.
thing.
He went off
and
script.
He
yeah.
didn't want these guys to tell the king what they were doing, and he wanted to just handle it himself.
Oh yeah.
It was wild. It's a wild, convoluted world that they were living in. And the Aztecs, they were just like, these guys are awesome. Come on in, and letting them do whatever they want.
No, Aztecs,
showing them
how
around.
could you?
And then they got to their temples, and they got to their
Yeah, where's all the
their
gold
pyramids.
at, dog?
He's like,
Where the gold at?
he's like, hey, you guys seem cool. So the Aztecs were like, you guys seem pretty dope. I think you guys will like this. Come over here. They went to a room full of headless dogs
Ooh.
that were sacrificed.
Woo.
And they're like, hey, pretty sweet, huh?
You like it?
Yeah. And Cortez was just like, nah. They took out all of their Aztec gods or whatever, and then they had a priest with them. Like, they always had a priest. Like, that's one thing that's interesting. They always had a priest with them wherever they went. And they were like, all right, we're going to have church. We're going to have liturgy. And then put up a statue of Mary because they were Catholics.
Wow.
And they're like, all right, you guys worship God now. You guys worship.
Just all of a sudden.
Yeah, not none of this crazy things. You guys are wild.
By
man.
the way, here's what you do.
Yeah, exactly. So
That's
just force them
wild.
into Catholicism, had church with them. Yeah, and it was just a lot of like crazy stories like that. Super interesting stuff. Aztecs, the tribes hated each other, so they would actually partner up with the Spaniards to conquer that tribe and kill them, and then the Spaniards would just imprison tribe A that partnered with them. It was like the worst form of deception for like a native tribe, who these like super advanced people like you think are gods, and then they betray you.
Yeah, that sucks.
It does suck.
It's sort of like that.
But they suck too. The Aztecs were like terrible people.
Oh yeah, they were sacrificing people like crazy to demons.
Well, they had to do it.
Yeah.
They had to do it so the sun would come up.
You know, I saw a post about a guy who said, you know, I'm really sorry, but I have to sacrifice so and so whatever to my demon god so that it won't hurt me.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry.
So
Still
people-
suffering
people
from
are-
that last sip.
That's okay. That energy drink is terrible. All of them are bad. Everybody makes mistakes.
All damn are bad.
So all them days are bad. But yeah, so that's crazy.
So
like,
the Aztecs weren't actually really like, they weren't like cavemen. They were advanced for their civilization.
yeah.
Like they had aqueducts, they had farming, they had agriculture, they had a lot of like paved roads, like not paved, I guess, but stone roads.
they're about halfway up the skill tree.
Yeah, exactly. They're
Okay.
almost there. They're almost there. But they just like, for some reason, they were prosperous, and then we're like, hey, we just need the sun to keep coming up.
That's important.
Got to kill some
It's
people.
important.
Got to offer up some blood for the sun to come up.
Can you imagine if you sincerely believe that the sun won't rise unless somebody dies?
That's a cool rhyme.
Ooh. The sun won't rise unless somebody dies. Yeah, that is a cool rhyme. That's a bar.
Little Aztec.
Little Aztec, little Az. So you sincerely believe
No,
you're
I
not
don't.
going to get sunlight. No, I'm saying.
Yeah, the
imagine this. Imagine this. You sincerely believe, as a person, hypothetically,
All right.
that unless you kill someone, you won't get sun that day. You would do anything to make sure that happened.
Exactly.
You would do anything to make sure somebody died for that
The
sun,
sun
to
needs
come
to
up.
come up.
Sun's got to come up. Forget everything. But you're not going to sacrifice yourself.
No, they wouldn't. They would sacrifice the losers, pretty much.
All the pagan and idol religions do the same thing, right? Like, wasn't that the point of why what Jesus did was so radical? He came to these people who were already sacrificing babies to Baal, to demons. You know, the Jews, the Jews, not you Jews who are listening, but the people at the time who were worshiping these false idols, who were pursuing these false gods and going after other gods. You
Israelites, ancient
right?
Hebrews.
Well, you imagine the head check. You know, I mean, Paul even abandoned the pursuit and went to the Gentiles because these people
We're rejecting them.
were rejecting their Messiah, so focused on generating wealth and prosperity from their worship of idols. I think what I'm reacting to is just how
Well,
if
that's
you're
a sad
so
thing.
convicted in your heart about something, it's the truth
Well,
to you.
Yeah. But there's also a history of like ancient Israelites rejecting God.
Yeah, seems to be a pattern of behavior.
Yeah. So it's sad because God loved them so much, but they're just like, let me check out Baal.
And they still have a chance.
Let me check out Moloch.
They still have an opportunity.
Yeah, they still have a chance for sure.
I had an encounter with a customer that they were an Egyptian Coptic Christian.
Mm-hmm.
And they believe that God is finished with the Jews. He's done with the people of Israel, the bloodline descendants of Jacob.
Yeah.
And I felt...
Unless they accept Christ?
No. Period.
So they can't be saved?
Period.
Oh. Period? Like period?
Like God's done
it?
like God's done with the Jews.
Oh, okay.
And that's on period. You know?
So
that's the way. Well, that's the way this one particular representative of that faith put it to me. I'll just say that.
Okay.
I don't know what to believe, but this was the encounter I had with that person. And he said, well, he asked me. He said, I revealed that I'm a Christian. I had my Bible on the table at the time, and he's like, all right, do you think God is done with the Jews? He's done with the children of Israel. And I got confused because I said, well, we're spiritual Israel. And he said, yes, we are. And he seemed excited. And I said, but I also know that the 144,000 are bloodline descendants of Jacob. So he's not done with Israel. And he said, nope, you're wrong. And he went off on me.
Well, that's an interesting thought. Like, how do we know that 144,000 are future bloodline Israelites?
Because in Revelation, the timeline is pretty explicit.
No, how do we know those specific 144,000 are of that time? How do we know they're not like dead already?
Because Scripture indicates that in the future, in the end times, the descendants of Jacob, the bloodline, that they will proselytize. That those are the Jewish missionaries that are going to do God's will that they should have done.
So they're going to be new Jews. They're not born yet.
Right. And they haven't, so they're doing the work that their people were always supposed to do. So the Jewish people were always supposed to do what the apostles did.
Yeah.
And they didn't.
They're supposed to be priests to the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they didn't. They made up a counterfeit religion based on their own, morality and yada yada, right?
Yeah.
So the future 144,000 are people who presumably have not been born yet. Now, if the tribulation happens like next year, they've been born. You know what I mean?
Right. It depends on what that timeline is.
But they live in the end times, and their purpose is to educate, preach, and they're
so they're not from heaven. They're not being sent.
No, they're here.
Huh.
They're sealed. They're sealed on earth. The messengers of God seal them in their foreheads to protect them from the tribulation.
Interesting.
So they won't be harmed by any of the plagues and the other hardships that come upon the earth.
And they can't be Christian?
Huh?
And they can't be Christian?
Can't?
Yeah. They have to be Israelites? They have to be Hebrew?
Well, yeah, they're blood.
Right.
The genealogy.
Well, the reason why I'm asking, I'm not like challenging. I'm actually just trying to learn. I haven't read that part of it. I know that they're virgins.
They have not known a woman.
Right.
And that word known is the word that's used to describe a man being intimate with his wife.
Yeah.
So they don't know women. So they're virgins, right?
Okay, like I said.
I'm just spelling it out. But they are descended from the tribes of Jacob.
Interesting.
144,000. And the number of each tribe is listed.
You're right. 12,000 each.
Except for Manasseh and Ephraim. No, I'm sorry. Except for Dan. Yeah, no, Dan is omitted. Dan and Manasseh are omitted because they were wicked and evil.
Yeah.
So the point that I'm trying to make is God had a plan for these people, right? After the Tower of Babel, everybody got split up. And God chose a people for himself. And that was Israel. That was Abram called out of Ur to become Abraham. God renamed him, made him his own, adopted him, and the children of Abraham would go on to produce, the innumerable multitudes of humanity. These particular descendants of Jacob specifically, right? Because we're all descended from Noah.
Right.
Every human alive, according to the biblical perspective, every human being alive is descended from Noah. Because Noah and his family were the only ones preserved.
Yeah.
So Noah and his 3 sons
Mm-hmm.
and their 3 wives, and also Noah's wife was there.
Mm-hmm.
So any combination of whatever, Noah is the patriarch
Mm.
for all of humanity. Adam is the patriarch for all of humanity.
So is Abraham.
But many of the bloodlines of Adam have died out.
Mm-hmm.
Many of the bloodlines of Noah have died out. Many of the bloodlines of Abraham have died out, right? So that I think that's why there's this narrowing, there's identification. You know, we know Jesus is the bloodline heir from the line of Seth, and we can trace it all the way back.
Yeah.
So to get back on topic, I think the point is the Jewish proselytes who will preach and minister and, you know, spread the gospel in the end times.
Well, aren't in Revelations 12 the 2 men, or 11 the 2 men that are
The 2 witnesses?
They're also Israelites too, right?
I believe so.
I think they're Jewish too.
I think one is Elijah.
Well, that's an idea. It's people think one is Elijah, one is Enoch,
Right.
because
Yeah.
they weren't confirmed dead.
Pretty
Because they're
much
taken
everyone is convinced that Elijah is one of them.
out. Yeah.
And I agree with that. I think Elijah is indisputable.
Mm.
We will see Elijah.
Do you think he's still alive?
Yeah.
Do you think Enoch's still alive?
Yeah. Scripture says so.
Yeah. So, and then they die. They kill him in Revelations.
Well, yeah.
They
At the,
kill-
in
they
the
ended
end
up killing
times.
him.
In the
Yeah,
end
yeah, yeah.
times.
So,
You're throwing me
This is
off,
the-
right? I was like,
this-
no, they don't kill Enoch, bro. Enoch doesn't die. Shut up. Don't say that, man.
so interesting because I'm doing so ever since I visited the Orthodox Church, interested in learning about their dogmas, their theology, icons and saints and the ones have passed. I don't know about those, but intercession of saints, if they're alive, is okay.
Yeah.
Tim, can you pray for me? Yeah. Isaac, can you pray for me? Cool.
Yeah, that feels right.
What about asking Elijah or Enoch?
You
The
know-
only thing is they're not omniscient, so I don't have any like evidence that they can hear me, unless they're being kept in a realm where I don't know, they're giving different abilities by God to survive or whatever. So I don't know.
You know, the thing that makes me not reach out to a deceased or resurrected saint for, hey, pray with me,
Yeah.
I just don't feel connected in that way.
Yeah.
And maybe I should. Maybe I shouldn't. I don't know. I don't know what the rules are. Right?
I don't know about the deceased.
I mean, definitely not someone who is awaiting resurrection,
Because
I guess.
I
But
don't think there's any biblical, even deuterocanonical evidence of that. But I do see intercessions of people that are alive. So like Amos, who prayed to God for the people of Israel.
okay.
God, please save them. God's like, no, done. And he kept like asking. And then he says, because you prayed for them, I will save them. I will, leave them alone.
Yeah, okay. Good point.
So but he was alive. That was part of his natural lifespan.
Okay, I see what you mean,
But so there's I have not found any biblical evidence of somebody praying for or asking a deceased person to pray for them. The only evidence that biblical evidence that Orthodox or Catholics use is the bowl of prayers that they offer to God, pretty much. But it doesn't say. It just says that they have the bowl or like spilling it over, pretty much like offering it up.
Oh, I see.
But that's it.
Yeah, I don't know a lot about that.
Yeah.
I think the guiding force that I lean on is not my personal revelation, although sometimes I've been confused and deceived by personal revelation. But I try to I call it shooting from the hip.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not trying to analyze and calculate and
Give it to me straight, Doc.
Yeah, like just tell me what's up. You know what I mean? Like I'm not trying to sit here and mince words with myself in my own brain. I just kind of go for, well, this feels right. And I try to differentiate from my own personal feelings. And so anytime I have a knee-jerk feeling or a gut reaction, I investigate and I think, okay, is this playing to my personal vanity right now? Or am I just kind of being inspired? And usually when you investigate, you find out the truth. That's been the case for me.
Yeah.
I've had many gut feelings where I'm like, ooh, gut feeling. Okay, let me investigate. Oh yeah, that gut feeling was from the Spirit.
Yeah.
I prayed for a customer at work one time, and it was the most awkward, uncomfortable experience. I really didn't want to do it.
Prayed like with them?
Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't want to do it.
Like on the
I
sales
felt
floor?
weird. No, not even that. So this woman I helped shared some really alarming and upsetting stuff with me, and I don't want to put her business out there, so I'll keep it vague, but it was I'm a father of 4 girls, and I have a wife, and the stuff this woman told me made me it made me want to ditch my job on the moment and go be with her and help her get through this next steps of her, rescue from trouble, right? So we had our conversation. I'm a very empathetic individual. I'm always here to lend an ear. She shared some stuff with me that you would call probably oversharing or TMI. And, I just took it in stride. I was like, no, it's okay. It's okay. I got you. I'm cool. It's okay. The thing is, I kind of, I basically, I had a feeling. It was time to say goodbye. I said goodbye to her. She was walking out. I walked her out. And then I stayed in the store. And I felt like, not a voice that I could hear out loud.
No, you were being pulled.
But I felt like an urging,
Yeah.
Go pray for her.
Yeah.
Go pray for her. Go pray for her. Go pray for her. I walked outside. I went over to her car. She was still there. I waited maybe 2 or 3 minutes, She could have driven off. And she was just in there, on her phone or something. I don't know. I walked up to the car. I went to the driver's side. She rolled down the window. I said, hey, I'm really sorry if this makes you uncomfortable, but is it okay if I pray with you right now? I feel like I have to pray for you. And she was immediately tears in her eyes. Immediately when I said that, tears started coming, and she just nodded her head. She couldn't even talk.
Yeah.
She was nodding her head yes, and she reached her hand out, So I take her hand and I put my arm around her and I say a prayer. I'm outside the car, I'm leaning in, and I say a prayer. I pray for her problems and her children and everything else. And, I come away from that and I just say, God is with you. I don't know how I know this. And I don't know if you can really trust what I'm saying. But I promise you, God is with you. He knows what you're going through. It's going to be okay. I love you. God loves you more. You just stay focused on Jesus. That's it. You don't worry about anything else right now. You just focus on Jesus. You're going to be okay. I'm here if you need me. But you focus on Christ.
Yeah.
And then I left her. And she was happy. She was crying a lot,
Yeah.
man. It overwhelmed me. I started crying.
She had it all bottled up.
And she was nodding and happy. She seemed happy when she left.
Yeah.
She seemed okay. And I got back inside, and upon reflection, I realized I was resisting the Holy Spirit maybe a little bit. I was like, no, I'm at work. No, it'll be weird. No, I chase her into the parking lot. It's weird. I'm being a weirdo.
Yeah.
And I bat all that away and just obeyed and just listened. It's okay, I need to listen. I need to do what I'm told,
Yeah.
So I did, and I felt great. I felt great when I was done. And upon reflection, when I was resisting, I felt really gross and yucky. Felt like I was being bad.
Well, yeah.
And then when I complied and I got done, I felt relief. I felt light.
Yeah.
I felt great. I felt cool. Okay. You know? So, and what amazed me the most is that I was even resistant to it.
Yeah.
I was shocked because I was just about to say I pride myself, and I didn't want to say that because I don't want to pride myself, but I do. In those days, and even now sometimes, I'll pride myself on certain behaviors, and I toot my own horn. And I think that objectively our motivation needs to be right. And if your motivation's not right, you will not produce good fruit. My motivation in that time was obedience.
Yeah.
Because I was disobedient, and then I said, okay, I'm sorry, I'll obey. And then I obeyed, and it went well.
Yeah.
And all I wanted was just for her to be okay, and I felt relief that, okay, I'm not in trouble anymore. I was in trouble because I was being disobedient, but I was happy and relieved to be,
Yeah.
off the hook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could have got swallowed by a whale
Bro.
for disobeying.
Yeah, that's true.
But figuratively, maybe literally, but that's what would happen in Noah. I mean, Jonah.
No, the minute you said that, I imagined, I saw this t-shirt.
Yeah.
Did I tell you about it?
No.
I hate to laugh at it because it does amuse me, but I don't think our faith should be a topic of amusement. Actually, so I won't say it. There's a little cliffhanger. Sorry, everybody, but no. But sincerely, yeah, you're right. Jonah was commanded, disobeyed, and ultimately God made him listen.
Yeah.
There's no question about that. And not only did God make him listen, he made him learn something too. Because when Jonah was sitting there crying under that tree that God sprouted up immediately for him, miraculously, right? Trees don't grow from seed to shade in a day,
Yeah.
let alone a few hours, but God made this shade for Jonah. And Jonah wept over the destruction of the tree. And God points it out. What are you crying for? Why are you upset about this?
Well, he said,
What about all these people?
Yeah, exactly.
What about all
Said
these
he's
people?
crying over this.
You're crying over this dumb tree. You didn't even make it.
Yeah.
And you don't care about all these humans, your brothers and sisters that are about to die because you don't think they're worthy.
Yeah.
Boy, good thing it wasn't up to Jonah to decide our worthiness.
Interesting enough, it just ends like that. It doesn't say he got happy, he understood or learned. He kind of like the story ended him upset.
It's like a cliffhanger.
Almost, but
well, because he didn't stay in that state forever. He couldn't have.
Jonah, Elijah, a lot of the prophets, David went through like things that because of his own fault, but I gravitate towards these prophets so much because they are so human.
Oh yeah.
They are so human and so flawed, and they go through things. They're depressed, they're angry, they're sad, and so earlier you were talking about things that offend you. This is like the opposite. These are things that like affirm my faith almost. But it's because when people think of just Christianity, they think of regular evangelical churches, mega churches maybe, and happy, perfect family, perfect life type scenarios. But for me in my walk, there's a lot of my walk. There's a lot of
sorry.
there's a lot of difficult situations and emotions that you go through as a Christian. You don't want to love certain people. You want to hate them actually, but you have to. You don't want to love yourself. You don't want to live. You want to die, like how Elijah says he wish he died.
Oh man, yeah.
And the things that God does to these prophets are so enlightening. Like Elijah, when he was in the wilderness, depressed, wanted to die, didn't even want to be a prophet no more, didn't want to do anything. God sent an angel. Angel gave him some bread, told him to sleep. He rested, he ate again, and then he's like, all right, now let's go. And then he went to the mountains, and the winds were going crazy, the mountains, and then the I think it was either the voice of God or the word of the Lord appeared, and then God's voice was like it's just a really wild thing to experience immediately after. But some of those lessons too, I kind of really relate to, where Jonah was really mad. Why are you going to save these people? They don't deserve it. They deserve your wrath.
Yeah.
And then he was really upset. Arms crossed, I pictured, underneath that tree. And then God takes away that tree.
Can you imagine?
And then he's just like, why'd you take away my tree? He's still frustrated.
As if it couldn't be any worse.
Exactly, for him, even though, and he got eaten by a fish, which some people, think that symbolized his death, and then he was resurrected again.
3 days.
Yeah, exactly.
3 days and nights in the belly of the whale.
Yeah, and it's just really deep emotions that a lot of these prophets went through.
I buy into that version of the interpretation, by the way.
Yeah.
He died.
Yeah.
He died and he was resurrected.
It makes more sense. You're in the stomach of a whale. There's no oxygen in there.
Well, we have this Pinocchio. The reason why I believe that he died is because the Disney version of that story, even the whale, wasn't the whale called, the whale was called Monstro?
I don't know.
I think.
I don't think I've ever seen Pinocchio.
But either way, there's a depiction of Pinocchio in the belly of the whale, or somebody's in the belly of the whale. It's either Pinocchio or Geppetto. I can't remember which. But somebody ends up in the whale. Now, I believe personally, because I believe Disney is an evil corporation, whether they know it or not, I think the things that Disney produce, you will know them by their fruits, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, what are their fruits? Oh, princess and glamify, and I could go into it. So the product of Disney is what I'm evaluating here. The fact that Disney Studios would share an animation depicting a living thing surviving inside of a whale for a period of time, right? There's a candle in there and everything. They can see. It's weird. It doesn't make sense. So I think part of their agenda, whether they know it or not, is to obfuscate the truth or reality, of our world, of things that have happened, things that will happen. So that influences my interpretation. But also when Jesus said, you will only have the sign of Jonah, like they say, do a sign for us, do a miracle.
Yeah.
And he says, you're only going to have you adulterous and, sinful generation, the only sign for you will be the sign of Jonah.
Yeah.
And the sign of Jonah,
Dying.
well, yeah,
Yeah.
in the earth, in the earth for 3 days.
Yeah.
Right? 3 days, 3 nights. So, yeah, I think that objectively Jonah died and he was resurrected.
Yeah.
And even after that,
Wow.
he still
Was mad.
was stubborn.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly. He was stubborn.
like Jonah. Like Jonah.
Yeah.
This feels like
It was a good time.
feels like the end.
Yeah.
I'm getting chewed up. I've got no less than 53 flies on my leg. And I don't know if they're biting. I have pretty sturdy skin. But, I'm getting chewed up. But it was great. It was a good one.
Good job.
Good job.
All right. Have a good one.